Please enjoy the following lecture by Supreme Master Ching Hai, given in Portland, Oregon on December 4th, 1993. The theme is, We Cannot Have Peace Until All Are at Peace.
It is not because of the master, I don't think. People make a big deal out of any master and call them even the Supreme Master. But it is you, I think it is you that makes that make things happen, right? With your sincerity, your openness of your deepest intelligence and love within yourselves, that you will experience sometimes or another, in different occasions, this kind of blissful experience. We sometimes experience this, or less or more, in some degree, through deepest prayer, or sometimes when we are in very deep sorrow, or experience some untold suffering, that we feel that the blessing from God is very near. So meditation or contemplation, it is just another kind of opening our sincerity and our longing to be a receiver for the abundant blessing and love, which is always in present throughout the universe. But perhaps sometimes coincidentally or through the arrangement of the highest intelligence, that we feel some more blessing in some places, or in encountering someone special. Maybe because that someone is also in the same frequency with us, in the same sincerity and longing and openness to God like we do at that moment. So the two unite force, and then at that moment we experience the blissful feeling or the so-called awakening. Most of us, I don't mean the audience here, but probably many of our population, many of our people in this world think they are okay. Yes, they don't need to change their life. They don't need to do anything. Don't even need enlightenment. Therefore, we don't search for it. And even if the teacher or a friend, a good friend, unconditionally, out of love and devotion, come to us, to our door, we still reject him. That's what makes our world the way it is still now. Because we do not learn the unified power. We do not learn yet, many of us do not learn yet to use the greatest blessing that is in abundance everywhere in the universe. We just have to stretch our hand and fetch it. And everything in our life will become smoother and to all our desires. Many of us always blame God or blame the circumstances or situation that is unfavorable to us, that many things we ask have never been fully given, or mostly were not given. And we blame the society, and from sometimes blame the government or our parents, even our school, anything we can lay hand on, we blame. But if we stop to think deeply or fairly a little bit, we should think, what do we contribute to the society, or to our nation, or to the world at large and to make it become a better place instead of waiting for it to be better by itself, which is sometimes impossible. God doesn't create us here so that we can just lay in our rose bed every day and waiting for bread and butter. But we are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnate. And if we do not learn to do this, then we have to return again. And that is what people call reincarnation. Because the unfulfilled desires or the unfulfilled mission, which is dormant within us, will be always, awakened inside and reminding us time again and again that we have not yet finished our job. Many people think that we are okay, we are doing right, but we don't. We are not truly okay. 1/5 of the world, 1/5 of the population of this world is hungry. Another large portion of the population, our brothers and sisters, are undernourished. That is according to the scientific research. It's not from me. You can read that on the newspapers or demand for the proof. And many portions of our beautiful planet are still, suffering under war, conflicts, violence, and many other disasters, man-made or natural. It is because we are not okay. Even sometimes we couldn't do our hair alone. Just to talk about small things. Even sometimes we don't know how to clean the house properly. Even sometimes we can't even help somebody in need the way he wants it. And we make more mess out of our good intention. Even if we want to help, we can't. That's why many projects are failing. Many good leaders have become kind of almost useless despite their very, very best intention to help the world and their people. Why? Because we are not okay. We are not okay the way we should be okay. Not that the way we think we are okay. If everything in our life goes wrong, and many things in our life goes wrong, if many of our desires go unfulfilled, if our next door neighbors suffer, or if we suffer in any way, that is because we are not okay. It is time that we face up to our own shortcomings, our own accumulated undesirable habits, in order to reshape our beauty, our godly nature, so that we can do what we want to do in perfection, or at least near perfection, or at least don't make a mess out of our good intention whenever we want to help or we want to better ourselves, our family, or our environment. So enlightenment is not an advertisement from our disciples for you or anyone to come and just to have a research, or maybe to curiously look, see what's going on. But it is a way of life. It is a survival fact. It is a necessity, ornament in our life, here and after. If we have any religious belief, we know there is a life after death. If we don't have any religious belief, we should know, and we know also that there's life after death. Because many of medical research of death experience, near-death or after-death experience, and it is all these kind of informations are available to us nowadays in abundance. Many of books about enlightenment and about better our inherent power, etc., are available in the market. These are good for us. Yet, in a sense, it is not always that good. Because we, the American people, well, can I say we? I'm also American now. I don't look like, but I am honorary citizen. The Americans, the one who can read a lot and love to read, like the American people, because they are very intelligent. They hunger for knowledge, so they read a lot. We read a lot. I read a lot too. Between, and I still continue to read. It is because sometimes I have to know what is going on, what's a trend in this society in order to respond to it, or to explain, or to solving some of the doubt which result from these books or intellectual food. Why I said it is sometimes all these informations are not always good for us, not that good, because we love to read. We eat everything from the intellectual supermarket, and sometimes we have indigestion. Or we stuff our brain with all kind of intellectual information without truly having a personal experience. And so we think we know. Oh yes, I know Yogananda. Yes, a light. I know, yes, what it was, Sanmat, light and sound. I know Master Chinga, yes, he teaches the same. So I don't have to come and listen to her. It's not that we come to listen. We must come so that we have the true experiences. If we did not have, or if we had some portion of the enlightened experiences, but we do not know how to go further with it, or how to nourish it, or how to live with it, or to integrate this enlightened wisdom into our daily productivity in order to serve the world. We must make our world into a heaven, not to run to heaven, because everywhere is heaven. God created only heaven. Until we mess about with our computer brain, the kaput one, the damaged, or not very in order. Enlightenment is the way to put ourselves in repairment, back in order. It's not a kind of far-fetched heavenly mythology the way we think, but it is just a daily experience of our great resource of love and wisdom which God has bestowed upon us before we arrived in this physical dimension. If we think that heaven is somewhere higher above the cloud, then we are in trouble. Because we have to wait at least 60 years, 100 years, in order to go there, while suffering all kind of misery in this world. We don't have to do that. Life is meant to be joyful for the children of the Most High. If you are the children of the king or the president only, now you go to school, how do you feel? You have guards, you have special Rolls Royce. Yes, you have all kind of privilege. Even all the school look up, on you with reverence and love, admiration, envy, and many things, right? You feel, you know your status. Now in the Bible it is stated that we are the children of God. And He's the King of all kings. And now we live this kind of life. That we worry about pennies. That everything frightens us. Even just a bullet, that big. 1,000th of your weight could frighten you to, losing your sense of dignity and anything. We even beg for our life. We do anything just to be alive, just to keep this physical body functioning. So this is not a life of dignity. This is not a life of the children of God. If we truly understand what God means, God is the owner of the whole universe, and we are the children. Can you believe it? Just talk about it and never know. It's not the way of enlightenment, and we think we are okay. As long as there's one person suffer in this world, as long as there's still war and famine going on in our neighborhood, we are not okay, because we share the responsibility of this house that we live in. It is a big family, extended, because we can't live together, in one room, and we don't have to. We need varieties. We need different talent in order to make the world, I would say, colorful and interesting. That's God wants us to do. We have so much talent. Each one should contribute something. But even with all our talent, we can't contribute as much as we want, or we cannot be as useful as we would like to be, because we're not yet okay. We lack something. We lack the true wisdom, the true love, which lay sleeping within each of us. There shouldn't be any master, there shouldn't be any teacher. There should be only friends, spiritual brothers and sisters, because we inherit the same portion of great wisdom from God. There's no difference between any master and any of the audience who sit here, and no difference between him and any child or any older citizen, because we all have the same portion of love and power within ourselves. And if we don't use it, it's the greatest waste on earth. It doesn't matter how much we recycle our material, I would say, instruments, yes, we still waste. The most wasting is that we don't know we have wisdom. We don't know we have God's power, and we forget that we are children of God. It's okay, you say you know it already, you read the Bible. Everybody knows that we are the children of God. But what makes the difference whether you know that or you don't know that? Because you're just the same like yesterday. You don't truly know. You only intellectually heard about it. And that makes the difference. If anything I said today makes sense to you, it is because I recognize this wisdom within myself. And I know you have that within yourselves. It's just you don't want to use it, you reject it, you deny it, or you feel too inferior about yourselves. But we don't do anything that wrong. If we do, or if we did, because we did not know. And now is the time to know what is the righteous thing to do, so we can change very quickly. How much time we spend every day in order to take care of this body. And we know it doesn't last long, but still it's necessary to take care of it. And now if we don't take care of our real body, then we're in even more trouble.